Podcast.
What is up, and welcome to the Fantom Podcast. I am Sid.
I'm Jimmy.
And we're here to talk about the big one today. What are we talking about, Jimmy?
Supernatural.
Supernatural. This is going to be a holy behemoth of a fucking episode, and we'll try to keep it as concise as possible, but no promises.
We try to keep to the hour marker on things like this, but it just depends.
It probably won't happen. I have a lot of feelings, and I know you do too.
Sometimes we have different feelings, and that's why we work so well.
It's true. Yeah, you're about to find out how different some of our feelings are, and we've survived and we'll keep on surviving.
As we do.
As we do. Okay, well, to start, do you have any housekeeping for us, Jimmy?
Nothing hugely. I did post an incorrect episode description for the last one on Twitter and had to delete it, but that's like the worst that happened. I got the attention of a Twitter bot, and that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, you told me the Fringe Twitter bot.
Yeah, I tagged it as Fringe. We weren't talking about Fringe.
Oh, that's right.
This was 2 episodes ago. It's the Halloween episode.
Yeah, because our schedule is so funky. Yeah. Oh, my God. That is hilarious. I wish I could have seen it.
You know, we were still friended by the Twitter bot, but that's about all I've got is I just, I need to pay attention to what I'm uploading.
Any other housekeeping, anything at all that you want to talk to us about?
Not hugely. That's about it. That's the only thing that's really happened.
Well, you went to watch Thor earlier. How was that?
I enjoyed it. It was unexpectedly funny.
How did Taika Waititi do?
Oh, bless.
Isn't he just a precious fucking cinnamon roll? I swear to God, I'm about to replace Richard Ayoade as my husband with Taika. Just saying. Or, I mean, can I have both? Is that a thing?
You could. It could be that kind of thing. Is it that kind of dinner?
It is that kind of dinner.
Sorry. Bad Hannibal joke.
Listen, I'm all for bad Hannibal jokes all the time.
I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Good. I'm glad. Do you think it lives up to all fans' expectations?
It lived up to mine, and, in the end, I'm the only one that matters.
That is very true. In all aspects of life, at the end of the day, it's just you, man.
We're the only ones that matter. Yeah.
It's true.
I liked it. It was fun. Like I said, it was unexpectedly funny.
Okay, good. I think, was it that one that, what's his name? Mark Ruffalo accidentally left the first 10 minutes of it on in his Twitter feed or something?
I honestly don't know.
Because I heard something about that.
Yeah, it was Mark Ruffalo, it looks like.
Okay. So yeah, because I heard that it was really funny and enjoyable the first 10 minutes anyway, so I'm glad. Yay, Jimmy.
Yeah, compared to the last 2, which were so super serious, this was a lot more Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, good. Well, I don't really have any housekeeping either, other than, as usual, to mention our social media. Our email address is fantompodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to talk to us about anything, share any kind of stories, share a recipe, share dog pictures with us, please. Oh my God. Every single
we have a problem.
Yeah, we do. Every single person listening right now needs to send us a picture of a dog, please. A nice one, a cute one, a funny one, a meme. But anyway, off track. fantompodcast@gmail.com. We're also on Twitter, same handle, Fantom Podcast. We are on Instagram, same handle. And we are on Tumblr with the same handle. So hit us up on any of them.
You're creative.
Yeah, we are. We are very creative. And I'm shockingly surprised that none of them were taken already.
Lucky and creative.
Very lucky. That's about all I got. So let's get started here. Where do we even start with Supernatural other than eternal screaming and crying?
I mean, we've touched base on it. I actually saw the series premiere.
I know, you told me that, and I will forever both love and hate you for it because you were a part of history.
I mean, it was the year we got both Supernatural and Doctor Who, so I didn't get out much my senior year of high school.
Don't even speak to me because that was a privilege. Well, as I've said before, I didn't come in until about season 5 or so, and I was told by somebody on a live journal community to watch it, and whoever that person is, just thank you so much. I will name my firstborn child in your honor. I will probably give you my firstborn child if I ever have any.
Do you even remember who they are?
I think so. I think it was, if it's who I think it was, I'm still friends with her, and I will worship the ground she walks on for the rest of my life. But so I came in around season 5, and I hadn't caught up to season 5, but I was on Tumblr and aware of the Supernatural fandom when the ass butt thing happened, and my dashboard exploded, and it was a beautiful thing to see, and I knew I was in the right fandom, kind of.
God, I miss Kripke. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if that's how you actually pronounce his name, but one of the original showrunners,
Yeah.
seasons 1 through 5 or something, they have a certain tone that isn't really replicated ever.
Right. The first 5 seasons are just a gift unto this earth, and thank God for them. What else would you like to start with?
I mean, it depends on where you're wanting to get into.
Let's give a brief summary, because I assume everybody who's listening to this is sort of aware of what Supernatural is, but just in case you aren't, it follows brothers Sam and Dean Winchester, who are monster hunters, and they travel around the country keeping you safe at night, and your bitch ass better be grateful.
Okay, let me add some stuff on there. They travel around the country until midway through season 8 when they just sort of hang out. And then they travel through the country a little bit more.
And then somewhere along the way, they pick up the most gorgeous angel that has ever existed in the history of time and space.
God, I hope that snort picked up on my microphone. I love Misha.
Oh, listen, judge me. Oh, yeah, Misha is a gift, and he's just a whole separate entity that we'll talk about. But Castiel comes in on season 4, episode 1, Lazarus Rising, which is the beginning of my newborn life. I mean, I love seasons 1 to 3. Don't get me wrong, I will love and cherish them forever.
Mm-hmm.
But on a fangirl level, Supernatural didn't start until season 4. Which is unfair.
And this is one of those places where we do diverge here. My absolute favorite season of the first 5 really is season 2. I adore season 2. That's the Sam's a psychic, Dean hates psychics, everything is terrible, whoops, we unlocked the gates to hell. How did we do that?
If I step away from my fangirling ways, absolutely. Supernatural hits every single one of my supernatural interests, paranormal interests. It just, everything about it was perfect. Everything that I've always been into, it tickled me in a way that no other show has just hit everything I love about spooky things. So I get it, and I feel ya. But then if I gotta step back into my fangirl pants, it's just Castiel all the way.
And I say this, I love Castiel. Just those early seasons set up some things that, again, it kind of ends at the end of season 5 when they dovetail and tie up in a nice bow, and then season 6 happens and everyone's really surprised.
Yeah.
Well, how about we start with just what's your favorite episode and why?
I just mentioned it. Season 4, episode 1, Lazarus Rising.
You have to give me more evidence than just the existence of Castiel. He's amazing, but you need to give me more evidence than that.
No, he is. Okay. How about you talk about yours first? Let's go with that.
Oh, that one's tough. It kind of depends. I have a couple in seasons 1 through 5, and then I have the ones that pop up seasons 8 through eventually.
Okay, go for it.
The first one I actually remember super paying attention to. This isn't my favorite, but it's the Hookman from season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is the single most late 2000s Supernatural episode that's ever existed. There is awkward hooking up with people. There is a 90s pop music montage talking about feelings.
Of course. As every show should have.
And it's one of those classic, it's before the show really knew what it was. Mm-hmm. So they were investigating like urban legends.
Yeah.
And their biggest problem at the time are, whoops, they burned the body. But I have to say, as much as it is a little brutal, from seasons 1 through 5, I either like Tuesday.
Yes.
That's not the name of the episode, but you know what I'm talking about. I love that episode with an unburning passion.
Oh, absolutely.
Was that even season 1 through 5? That may have been 6. But I love All Hell Breaks Loose, the end of season 2.
Yes.
That's the special children episode. Sam walks into a cafe, wakes up in a ghost town.
Yes.
And that's when they end up dealing with the yellow-eyed demon, Azazel, and big spoilers, I guess, if you haven't watched anything. Sam dies, and Dean makes a deal with the demon to get him back.
Yes. Oh my God. I remember screaming at the end of that episode, being like, Dean, what are you doing?
I mean, we know why he's doing it, but it's such an intense episode. Oh, Mystery Spot, season 3, episode 11.
Yes!
So it was seasons 1 through 5. That's my other, that's how I've gotten other people to watch Supernatural, is showing them that episode.
Yes. And I don't know why it feels like such an episode that happened later than that.
I think it's partially because both of the characters are kind of acting like they were in season 6.
Yeah, true.
Sam has completely lost his mind, and Dean's dead again, so...
Oh, no. Which hurts every time it happens.
It dies like 170-something times in that episode.
I know.
I'm laughing at a death. That says something about me.
Listen, I feel it. I feel it so hard. But no, yeah, I mean, as a Dean fan, avid Dean fan, regardless of how hilarious it was, I was just like, oh, no.
And I say this, I love both of them, so it's all problematic.
It's all problematic forever and ever.
And I say this, I actually have a t-shirt that says, but today is Tuesday too.
Oh, yes. You need to wear it all the time.
I wear it on Wednesdays.
You are hilarious and evil, and I love you.
I don't get away with it as much at my current job, but usually during the summer I can wear it a bunch. And I tend to wear it on like Wednesdays or Thursdays.
Good. I love it. Just freak people out. Or, get knowing smiles,
Yeah. But it's one of those, I like those episodes just because I like the character interplay that it's really brought down to. It's like those episodes that are just Sam, Dean, and Castiel.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's stripped down. There's no extra drama. It's just all of them interacting as a family.
I love it.
No one's fighting with each other. It's all straightforward.
Those are precious few episodes that we must cherish.
Now that I've talked for a while about people dying, how about you take a run?
Okay, well, obviously, Lazarus Rising is my favorite episode because it introduces Castiel but also just in general, that episode, just the way it starts with Dean emerging from the earth. It's all just very poetic to me in my weird...
Dark. I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's dark, and it kicks off the whole angel thing, which I don't know if I mentioned it in previous episodes, but I have this entire thing with religious themes, like I guess the religious myths. That part of it I really love. So when they introduced the angels, I was shitting myself. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Let's see some awesome things that Supernatural can do with angels and religious things. So that it's largely aesthetic for me, and so seeing that was really cool. And although I didn't like the introduction of the whole Ruby Sam thing, I was like, really? I tend to skip those parts. I know. I'm the worst.
I do too. No, and like I said, I'm generally just a Winchester fangirl, but that entire season is just, Sam, why are you so fucking stupid?
Thank you. I'm
Why?
I'm glad that you agree with me, and I know that you do. So there's that one, and then another one that I really love is 2 Minutes to Midnight, season 5, episode 21, where Dean meets with Death at a Chicago pizza joint. Just, again, it's like cinematic, the introduction to Death, and then Death eats pizza in Chicago. Like, what the fuck is that? The whole thing just plays out like a mini movie.
Death is a magical gift.
Death is a gift. I sound like a fucking inspirational poster in a hipster cafe or some shit.
It's okay, and I'm going to actually do a shout out to a different podcast we both listen to, but it's like that applause right before the murder conversation in MFM. You just kind of want to explain that comment.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, I don't mean actually. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. I think I would hope that if you are listening to us and you're at whatever minute we're on, 15, whatever, that you get it. I'd hope.
I actually have one for you, speaking of Death.
Yes.
Who is your favorite non-core character? It cannot be Sam, Dean, or Castiel.
Well, it can't be Bobby either, because
he was core.
Core after a while. Can't be Kevin, because he was core. How dare you make me pick? I really liked Ash. Ash, he's cool with it.
Oh, from the Roadhouse?
Yeah, from the Roadhouse.
Bless him.
No, you know what? No, I take that. I don't take it back because I love Ash. Benny, I know he was later seasons, but there was something about him that I just wanted to hate him so fucking bad, but I couldn't. And for some reason, I just really love those type of characters where I'm like, I'm trying so hard to hate your fucking guts, but you're just charming the shit out of me. It's kind of why I like Hannibal, but...
Honestly, Benny's accent always made me laugh.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
I'm saying his name is Benny Lafitte, and the big famous New Orleans pirate, Jean Lafitte. They're not related, are they? I hope not.
Maybe.
I liked Benny with his little like Greek fisherman's hat, but mine is Meg.
Oh, yes. Oh, Meg.
Always, I will go
Well,
down being Team Meg, even when she was evil. But I have to be specific. It's Rachel Miner, not the original.
thank you. I was going to say it has to be Rachel Miner's Meg, because Rachel Miner just took that character and made it her own. First Meg was, no, thank you.
She was okay, but when she came back, she was both evil and playful and clever. And oh God, was it Kevin Kim in season 7, right?
Yep, that sounds right.
There's like, oh, apparently we've kidnapped someone, and she looks up, not if we don't talk about it.
She was just a precious gift unto that season, the seasons that she was on with Rachel Miner. And we needed her. We really needed her.
Those episodes wouldn't have made sense without her, especially that any of the Megan Castile jokes, the fact she just kept hitting on him and he still didn't understand.
Oh my gosh, yes. Who else are you really into?
Thinking, I'm going to be honest, Jody.
Yes, Sheriff Jody Mills, who I know you said that she's got a spinoff, but I still got to say it. She needs to survive forever and ever. Otherwise, I will throw furniture.
She has a confirmation. She is essentially the next, I mean, I don't want to compare her to Bobby, but she's essentially a Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
She's the wheelhouse where everything sort of revolves faintly around her. Not directly, but faintly.
Good. She needs that. We need her. They need her. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. Especially after we lost Ellen. We needed her.
Got it.
Absolutely.
That episode was brutal. For anyone who hasn't seen it, there's an episode in, I believe, season 5 that you don't need to watch without being completely shit-faced because you lose every character you loved.
You do, and I still can't get over it. The way they hold hands at the end, Joe and Ellen?
Yeah,
She says they hold hands over the button.
And then Joe dies before she can push it.
Oh my God.
That's the part that makes me almost cry every time because Joe is dead when that happens.
Oh my fucking God. This show will just take your guts, rip them out, sew them back in yourself, rip them out again. And
that's a terrible way to describe that scene.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm going to cut that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is season 5, I believe, Abandon All Hope.
Yep, sounds about right.
Yeah, and the thing that gets me is right before that, they took a group photo because they all expected to die.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I want somebody to make an oil painting of that photo so I can hang it above my invisible fireplace and just weep at its feet every night. Every once in a while, that photo pops up on my dashboard and I just go, nope, and I close out for the day.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
I don't need those kinds of feelings in my life on a regular basis.
I also live slightly, I mean, speaking of Ellen, we do have to address the fact that, doesn't she have a drinking competition with Castiel? I seem to remember them taking shots together.
Oh, it took an entire liquor store to get Cass drunk. So
I drank it.
He drank it. So Ellen, what were you doing, girl? You just wanted an excuse. There's so many eras to Supernatural. I can't pick a favorite one.
I will say the one thing you have to be aware of is don't be a woman in Supernatural unless your name is Jody.
That's very true, unfortunately.
You will die.
You will die. Especially if you are sleeping with Sam. You are going to die.
Oh God, Sam tries so hard, but no.
No, that's why
Sam.
you steer clear of Sam. You know, aside from all his other personality flaws. I'm trying.
Oh,
yeah.
You hate him so much.
I hate him. Well, I guess I don't hate him, but I'm just very bitter about him. And that just comes from, I'm the oldest kid in my family, and I am essentially the second parent. So I fully understand all of Dean's decisions and motivations and feelings, and of course on a different scale. So, seeing Sam act the way he does and react to Dean the way he does, I can't help but just be like, you ungrateful little fucking shit. You are the apple of your father's eyes and you don't even fucking know it. You asshole. But I softened up to him after Lucifer tormenting him in the hospital with Abigail Hobbs. For some reason that episode...
God, I love that episode.
Yeah.
For our listeners, for context, this has been a running joke between the two of us. I tolerate Sam slightly more than she does because I'm an only child.
Yeah.
And I'm the youngest in my family, and I get it.
Yeah, you get the dynamic of Sam, and I only get the dynamic of Dean.
And that's why we work well together, Sid. That's why we're friends.
It's true. It's true. And it's funny because I was thinking about it yesterday as I was trying to make my notes, and I realized, oh my God, my sister loves Sam, and now I get it.
Mhm.
I knew, but I didn't realize, and I'm like, okay, I guess I should cut her some slack because that's all she knows.
Yeah, and I find the older I get, I've always been just a sort of a Winchester fan.
Hmm.
But I understand why Sam reacts the way he does. The problem is, I also just understand why Dean reacts the way he does. And in some episodes, I just go, I'll tune back in tomorrow.
I just want to grab him by his stupid moose head and just go, listen here, and then tell Dean, okay, chill.
Yeah, you're much softer to season 7 plus Sam than you are to seasons 1 through 6.
Yeah, I think it's because maybe he's also maturing.
Mhm.
He has character development after that point, whereas, seasons 1 through 6, he was just the young baby.
He was the baby, and it was
Hmm.
sad, so sad.
Hmm.
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
What episode don't you like?
Bitten. Oh my God, season 8, whatever. That was such a bullshit fucking episode. Between that and the initial backdoor pilot that they did for tribes that they wanted to do, those two,
Oh God.
I refuse to ever watch again. Those 2 episodes were fucking bullshit, and I disown them from the Supernatural universe. Don't talk to me about it. I have so many feelings.
I'm trying to pull up an episode real quick because in general I didn't like season 9, but that fucking episode where Dean becomes a dog.
Oh. Yeah, what the hell was that? Did they just need filler? Probably.
I don't know, and I can't find the episode title, but I got midway through and he's screaming at a pigeon.
It was Dog Dean Afternoon.
Dog, oh my God, that episode gave me highs. Just no. That where he gets into this weird argument with a pigeon in a parking lot.
That one was it was like that episode should have been the second half to that Hunteri Haruichi one where they were in the cartoon universe. They should have just mashed them into one episode and just gotten the silliness over with.
And it happens in the later seasons where sometimes, until probably season 11, the silliness would occasionally take over.
And sometimes we needed it, but other times it was just like, please just, let's advance. I need resolution.
The other episode you were thinking of is Bloodlines.
Bloodlines, yes. God, that was such a piece of shit episode. All of the tribes, whatever, actors were just, it was like watching The Hills or the OC or whatever, trying to be edgy and trying to, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
It was just so plastic and gross, and it was not at all in tune with the rest of the show and with the mood of the other characters. It was so out of place in the universe. And that's saying a lot for Supernatural.
Yeah, and they had an episode involving Oz, so there's that.
Yeah. There's another character I don't really like was Charlie. Like, I really tried so hard to like her, but I think it was actually the actress that just really ruined it for me. I feel like I didn't really like Felicia Day to begin with. And then watching her portrayal of Charlie, I was just like, no, thank you.
And I don't disagree. Either Charlie needed to be a one-off or a repeater. She couldn't be both.
Yeah, I feel like she should have just been a one-off and left it at that.
She was good the first episode, and then it was just, oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, there's another episode I didn't really like was that, oh my gosh, what's it called? The LARPing episode.
Oh, LARP and the Real Girl?
Yeah, I just kind of rolled my eyes through the whole thing and skipped as much as I could. Like, it may have been fun if they had done it in earlier seasons or maybe just as a gag reel. But I was like, just please, can we just find out what happens next?
I have a sequence of 3 episodes that I didn't expect to like, but for some reason I adore.
Tell me.
And it's the same plot arcs. I'm going all 3 episodes. They're the same plot, but it's, for context, at the end of season 9, there's a whole situation. Dean becomes a demon.
Yeah.
Which kind of harkens back to a season 1 episode where he sees himself as a demon and it's a skin shifter yelling at him. Anyway, Black, Reichenbach, and Soul Survivor. I can rewatch those episodes multiple times times and not be mad about it. And Soul Survivor is the where Sam's attempting to cure him. Dean escapes, and Castiel and Sam have to catch him again, but he's running around attempting to hit him with a hammer, making the Shining jokes. Like, it's just so good.
The one part that I didn't like about, and I think it's those episodes, correct me if I'm wrong, was the side plot with the guy who's like, you killed my father.
Oh, Cole.
Yeah, Cole.
Fucking Cole.
Yeah, Cole was just unnecessary, and I just didn't like his whole deal for some reason. Like, if it had been done differently, and I can't even pinpoint how, it was just like, no, I'm not buying it, but I'm also not liking it. It's not really the feel of,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
It felt shoved in. If they just, again, it goes back to my favorite stuff. If they just dealt with it as essentially Winchester's dealing with a Winchester problem.
Yeah.
And I'm including Cass in this. It would have been perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really like Demon Dean. I know not his actions and this and that, but just the concept of Demon Dean was just so beautiful, and it was what I had been waiting for. We'd already had Sam, so I was over that part of it, but we just needed Dean, and then the whole showdown between him and Cass, that was
so good.
Awesome. And I say that as a fangirl and just as a Supernatural fan.
Though I have one for you. I actually saw this on, I believe, Instagram, and it was a fangirl post, but it made me laugh so hard. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine Soulless Sam and Demon Dean at the same time? Like, the snark would make things catch on fire.
I need that episode now, immediately, right here, right now, please. Oh my God. Somebody tell Misha.
Misha would do it. Misha would do a lot of things.
He would. I love how that's the fandom's like go-to. It's like, you hear something you like,
call Misha. He'll fix it.
Call Misha. He'll get it done. He's the one. But no, yeah, Soulless Sam and Demon Dean. That, I think we couldn't handle more than one episode, maybe two of that. That would be too much. And then Cass trying to deal with both of them at the same time. Like, I don't know what to do.
Giving up, going to drink.
Right? He'll drink 2 whole liquor stores this time around.
It's okay. We'll survive. I have essentially, my notes are a list of questions.
Go for it.
So on that same note, do you have a plot arc you particularly like? And it has to be a sequence of episodes that, not like season 1 where it's all sort of monster of the week. It could be like that where it's slowly building on meeting the worst father in the world. Yeah. I don't like John Winchester.
Yeah, I think we can agree on that. I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but John Winchester.
Oh, bless his tiny cinnamon roll heart.
Yeah, just John, you can shove it, you know where.
What's your favorite plot arc and what's your least favorite?
My favorite plot arc, probably, I would have to just go with it. I'm kind of stuck between the season 5 gathering the horsemen's rings and then culminating in Swan Song, just because, again, it just tickles my whole religious thing. And
it's really a good sequence, though. Season 5 is the best.
It really was. It was just so rich and spooky, but then I also like everything culminating to the angels falling. Just, again, it just hits my angel fetish, I should say.
Yeah, I say this as a person who liked season 8, so.
And then my least favorite, well, the whole Sam is a demon blood drinking asshole, but I think that
God, he was such a dick during that season.
God, yeah. And you know what I also really fucking hated was the whole Amelia thing. That I just shut that out of my head. I'm just like, I don't acknowledge that happened, because it felt very much like they were plagiarizing the whole Lisa storyline, where I was like, this doesn't seem right for Sam's storyline, you know? They should have handled that a lot differently.
Yeah, and I agree. I'm going to be honest. As much as I am a Winchester fan, I skip entire chunks of Sam's part of that season.
Oh, yeah.
Until the very end when he gets his shit straight.
Yeah.
I'm going to say mine, and you might throw things at me. I don't know, because we have never watched the season together.
Oh, no. Go for it.
Season 9, the Gadriel plotline.
Yep. Gadriel was such a piece of shit.
Oh, God, and it sucked. I loved him in Dollhouse. I think I was excited for it initially because I've seen that actor in, I believe, Dollhouse. Tamo Pennicott, and I loved him in Dollhouse. But, I mean, it was Dollhouse, so it's a Joss Whedon thing. Sometimes his stories aren't exactly believable, but I enjoyed it for what it was. But, oh my God, in the season, he's just a dick. And I understand Dean was scared, but it kind of bites Dean in the ass, then it bites Sam in the ass. Then it goes after Castiel. It's just, again, sorry, little ears, but it's a complete clusterfuck.
I agree with you on the whole Dean thing as much as it pains me to do so.
And it was literally the first time I've ever gone, and occasionally I go, Sam, what are you doing? Sometimes I'll go, Cass, what are you doing? But this time I was going, Dean, why?
Right. Like, I understood, again, his motivations and this and that, but I was also like, Dean, come on, buddy. What the fuck? What
Come on,
the
sweetheart.
shit?
And then the Cass torture for an entire season. Oh my god! And then Kevin,
No.
I watched that season one time to say, "Yep, I did it." Never seen it again.
I've got tears in my eyes thinking about Kevin.
Uh-huh.
Why my sweet baby Winchester? Because he was a Winchester at the end.
I was an AP.
Oh, he was an AP. Oh my god. Oh, Kevin was a true gem in that show. And I wish they would have been able to, not kill him and keep him going and see what, genius, beautiful baby. And then I loved his mom. Kevin's mom was amazing too. Otherwise
You mean Ross's girlfriend?
Yeah, otherwise known as Ross's girlfriend. And you know what I recently found out? She was the voice of Con Jr. in King of the Hill, Bobby's girlfriend. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, I kind of can. She's everywhere. She is eternal.
She is eternal. I think she was Min's voice as well, but for sure she was Con Jr. I was like, oh my god, we can't escape them. But I wouldn't have it any other way. What other questions do you have?
So we're talking about least favorite characters, most favorite non-core. We can't count the main core because they're all my favorite, and I refuse to choose. Mm-hmm. So most ridiculous fan service episode.
The one where there's that Tina Belcher character who writes the Supernatural play.
Fan fiction.
Yeah. Like, tell me that wasn't Tina fucking Belcher. Just say it to my fucking face. That was Tina Belcher.
That is season 10. It's actually I enjoyed the first half of that season. It went downhill after a while.
Yeah.
Fan fiction was absurd. That whole song sequence, you can't have subtext without sex. That whole line just made me lose my shit.
I refuse to ever watch that again, honestly.
It was so weird.
It was bizarre. I was uncomfortable. What about you?
Oh, God. That's the one that comes to mind when I think absolute fan service. I actually need to back up off of this one because you haven't seen that episode.
Oh, shit. Fuck.
So I'm backing up off that one.
Sorry. You guys, I haven't watched season 12 and obviously none of season 13, which I'm still not emotionally prepared for. So, sorry. Go ahead.
There's actually one episode I can't rewatch.
Which one?
Season 7, Time for a Wedding.
That was season 7? That was season 7.
Yeah.
I thought it was like season 6 or something.
No.
Like early.
And that one's not like straight up fan service. It's not. But it's a joke that didn't need to be made.
I've blocked out that entire Becky thing, to be honest.
Oh God, I need to find there's my most ridiculous fan service one actually is one of the introductions of Chuck, and I fucking love Chuck. However, everything that happens after they discover that Supernatural is also a book, it has to be like season 4, I guess, 4 or 5. But it's when they go to the Supernatural convention. It didn't do anything for the plot. There didn't seem to be any purpose. Yeah, it started with a monster at the end of this book.
That's one that I'm pretty sure I've only ever watched once. And if I can skip it, I'll keep skipping it.
I'd rather rewatch Ghost Facers.
Oh, Ghost Facers! Oh, they are probably my favorite, like, tertiary characters. I can't even count them secondary, just tertiary characters.
Though I think it is, The Real Ghostbusters is the episode I'm thinking of, the convention. However, it's telling about how much we both loved the trickster that neither of us said changing channels.
That entire episode was a gift, and it served a good purpose for the plot. And, well, no, it didn't, but...
To be honest, the end, there was a purpose.
There was a purpose, and it provided the comedic relief that we needed, and it did it in an excellent, hilarious, herpexia way.
Yeah, oh God.
That is an iconic episode to me. I don't know about you.
But I miss Gabriel.
Sweet baby Gabriel.
Mine is The Real Ghostbusters, but I am totally okay with The French Mistake and Changing Channels. So I'm not sure how trustworthy my decision making is here.
The French mistake was hilarious. I'm still upset that, oh my God, what was his name that killed Misha? It
Okay,
wasn't
yeah.
Ion. Ion was a different episode.
No, it's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, but anyway, that fucker. And I still love the alpacas thing. That was just such a strange episode, but in a good way. I appreciated it. This must be fake mine.
It wasn't just like a fan service, it was just a break in the season. What's your favorite fan service episode?
I don't know.
What are your feelings about Plucky Pennywhistle's Magical Menagerie?
I love that fucking episode. It was so bizarre.
It has all the torture you want and all of the plot you want, weirdly.
That was... I just remember my strongest memory for that episode is one day I went to a Halloween. I went to lunch and it was playing in the background on a TV above a zombie wearing a sombrero. And it was just the most magical thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life.
I'm at peace with that.
Thank you. Yeah, it was tacos and Sam Winchester running from a fucking clown. It was beautiful.
His clown fear has had probably the most character development of any character in this show.
Yeah. I like that one. Yeah, so you got a point. Thank you. Thank you for guiding me.
Do you have a particular episode that you can't rewatch due to... Sorry, I just pulled up season 1 and John Winchester makes me irrationally angry. But that you can't watch it due to too many feelings.
All of them. Just all of them.
That is not true. You've rewatched like 2/3 of the show with me.
I know. Well, I can tell you which one it's gonna be when I watch season 13.
I'm saying probably season 12, episode 24. But yeah.
Oh God, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. No, it's gotta be either between Bobby dying or the young Mary and John Winchester episodes.
Oh God.
I just can't deal when she realizes that she's looking at her children. Every part of me breaks, and I've only ever rewatched it in gift sets. And even then I just go, nope, and I just keep scrolling.
There's actually a fairly brutal, and I've had this conversation with a couple people, but there's a fairly brutal conversation that's floated around for a while that goes back to those early John and Mary Winchester episodes and goes, I mean, if she hadn't made the demon deal.
Oh no.
I mean, but can I tell you my favorite conspiracy theory about Supernatural? It is my hands down favorite because it's fucking ridiculous, but possible because this is Supernatural.
Of course.
And it depends. Are you following the laws of the later seasons? Or are you following the laws of the Kripke era? Slightly different. There's an episode in season 1 where they break like 300 mirrors.
Oh shit.
The Bloody Mary episode. So there's a theory going around that this was like episode 5. I love this episode. It's absurd. It's creepy. I have problems with it. I love it. But there's a theory floating around that everything bad that happens to them later can be directly linked to them breaking all of the mirrors. I mean, if you break a mirror, you have how many years bad luck? They broke like 200.
They're fucked for several hundred years. Which sounds about right for the Winchesters.
And it's absurd, but if you follow, depending on which era's laws you follow...
It's plausible. That's funny.
I know, it's bad, but...
I like that theory. I don't read a whole lot about extra fan things like that, but I like that. Somehow it soothes me to think that would be it.
Like, Castile just came in as a little bit of a positive.
Oh, yes. He is exactly the sunshine we needed in our life. Even when he's shoving Dean against a wall and yelling at him.
Knowing you, I fully expected that sentence to end differently.
Oh,
I gotta give you shit. I gotta give you shit.
Thank you. No, I know.
It's how you know I love you. It's how you know I care. It's how I show my love.
I know. And I know that you know that I'm trash. And you know that I know that I'm trash. And we gotta live with it. It's something we gotta live with in our friendship.
We're trash together. It's okay.
We are. What else you got for us?
And I have one last question, and this one's a difficult one because there's one that caught me off guard.
Oh, shit.
Is there a character you didn't expect to like that you ended up liking?
Well, we talked about Benny a little bit.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Mine's Eileen, the Death Hunter. This may be from like season 11.
Okay.
But it's from a weird Banshee episode. She lost her hearing. Yeah, it's from the Amaro seasons. But she lost her hearing and she's a deaf hunter. Her parents were men of letters from the UK.
I think I vaguely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it includes some really entertaining scenes of Sam attempting to pretend he knows sign language. He doesn't.
I don't think I've watched that episode, so that means I'm not caught up on season 11.
Oh, bless. This also just could have been an episode you skipped.
Well, hey, now I got something to look forward to.
I like Eileen, and it's not just because I do know sign, so I could understand a portion of it, and sometimes the subtitles weren't exactly accurate.
And you could laugh at Sam extra hard.
He was so smitten. Like, it wasn't malicious. It was kind of adorable.
Well, no, I know. Listen, give me a little more credit. I would have thought it was adorable and well-intentioned. I don't hate him that much.
No, I know exactly you would, but I was just trying to clarify my own response. I was laughing, but I was laughing in that secondhand way when you see someone going, oh, you look like an idiot because you like them.
Oh, Sam. Who else did you?
I mean, I always knew I'd like Meg after that when she came back with Rachel Miner.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves Gabriel. Everyone loves Gabriel. You can't not love Gabriel. I won't talk to you if you don't love Gabriel.
That's true. Very true. There's something wrong with you if you don't love him.
Okay, you might judge me. No, you won't. You know I'm trash. But the character that, because I watched it largely in real time, I had a couple seasons during my sophomore year of college I missed.
Mm-hmm.
Like sophomore, junior year, I watched kind of out of sync. But I didn't expect to grow to love Crowley as much as I do.
Girl, that's where I was going.
Like, he started as a glorified salesman making out with people underneath an overpass.
With his tongue.
I know!
Yeah, no, Crowley was kind of a surprise for me too. Especially that finale when the angels fall and he's like, I just want to be loved. I didn't expect to feel so strongly about him. I was like, why am I sympathizing with you right now?
He's just shouting girls quotes at Sam, and Sam's like, I'm too sick to know what you're doing. You're missing a prime humor moment here, Winchester. Dean would have laughed.
He would have. Yeah, so Crowley was a big one, but is there somebody that, can I tell you somebody that I tried to like, but I just also didn't? Not Felicia, because we've already covered her.
Girl, yeah, you always can. You know I won't judge you.
Garth
is
another one. I tried, but just something, I don't even know if it was him or his actor or both that just ended up rubbing me the wrong fucking way. And I was like, can you settle the fuck down and die already? Permanently, I mean.
Not just
Winchester death, but permanent death, please.
Death means nothing anymore.
Especially once they killed Death, which I was... Why?
Why? Oh my god, they set it up as this weird Cain and Abel plotline, and it was all weird, everything was weird, and then they killed Death, and it just sort of stayed weird, because then, I don't know, I have feelings about the early days of the Amara plotline when it was a little creepy.
Oh god. Okay, well, let's go back. And I feel bad about this one because I get it, but Claire Novak.
Oh, I don't like Claire. I don't.
Really, Claire? I want to understand her. I want to nurture and love and protect her, but every part of her being and attitude just rubs me the wrong fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
If I think about it logically, I would probably act the same because, hello.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, why are you being mean to my baby Cass?
Why are you shouting, Claire? Stop shouting. Why are you shouting, like, Claire?
Why are you scowling? Stop.
My problem with Claire is she doesn't seem to have a plot line outside of being angry at Castiel.
Yeah.
Could you give me something else, Claire? Come on. Can you do anything else?
Yeah, it's like, just give her something substantial that is not just anger at Cass. Give her a good plot line. Give her different hairstyles.
I have hopes for Wayward Sisters just because she improved a little bit after going to live with Jody, but she has potential and she's not living up to it for me.
Yeah, let's hope Jody can do anything. She can get this settled.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions?
I'm actually just about out of useful questions.
I'm thumbing through this Entertainment Weekly, the Ultimate Guide to Supernatural that's currently out. Oh. I just spoiled myself. Fuck! Oh.
What did you just do?
I just threw it across the room.
I was wondering what that thumping noise was.
God damn it. Okay, well, and you might not believe me or judge me a little bit for this, but I just read a spoiler about who Jack is. And, which is, I'm fine with that. But I literally, like a week ago, had a dream that Lucifer took me out into a barn and he had these like weird, like wooden crates set up with those hipster like letters with the lights on them.
Yeah.
It didn't say anything, but they were just there. And he was trying to seduce me to put a baby in me. So reading that, what the fuck? Am I psychic?
You could be. I
What
mean,
the shit?
we had that problem with Hannibal
Hannibal.
anyway, so could be.
That's
I don't know.
true. Oh my god. But oh, why did I do that? Why did I? God damn it. I
I,
hate spoilers. I hate spoilers so much, Jimmy. Please don't talk to
I
me.
I haven't. I've been doing my very best not to spoil you.
I know you are an well, I can't say you're an angel cuz you're nicer than that.
Angels are assholes. Let's be real here. They're
They
not good people.
No, they're a great big bag of dicks.
That and they probably could be. We can't see their real image. All I know is Castiel is the size of the Chrysler Building, and I think Raphael had 4 lion heads.
And they're both just showing off, man.
I'm just saying, when they go back and reference the fact that what you see of Castiel is really just a vessel, if you really saw him, your eyes would burn out.
That always fucks with me. And that's something that, because I read a lot of Dean Cass fan fiction, gets referenced a lot. And it always fucks with me. It always fucks with me so hard to be like, what the fuck would he actually look like other than the size of the Chrysler Building?
There is some
You know?
fan art. I need to find it where someone attempted to paint it based on his season 4 descriptions.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of up to interpretation.
Of course, yeah. For some reason, it creates this existential panic in me
Mhm.
to think about it. It's kind of the same way that I can't look at pictures of outer space because I start hyperventilating and I can't deal with it. So same thing thinking about Castiel's true form.
Everything is not as it seems. What's your favorite one-liner or repeated joke?
The whole Dean ribbing Sam about his hair. It's always fucking hilarious to me.
Man, just 5 minutes with some hair clippers.
Right. Do you remember that whole conversation that we had about Sam having moose-shaped barrettes?
I know. That we have to save that for the next episode because that initially came up as part of the Fringe crossover.
Yes, yes.
That's still part of my fan theory about what he gets for Christmas every year. Dean gets him a real gift and then some Bretts from Claire's.
Yes. Glittery ones and plaid ones to go with your shirts, Sammy.
He has a drawer full. He puts them on sometimes to feel special.
He has that little plastic carry container.
Oh god, he has a caboodle. He has a caboodle.
The caboodle. And then Cass starts following along. Like, I've heard that this is customary. A customary Christmas gift for you, Sam. And Sam just looks at him like, you gotta stop listening to Dean.
Dean lies. He's raised me. He lies.
He lies. And I'd like to think that Kevin would have gotten him some too.
Kevin's probably would have been tasteful and had like chemistry symbols on it.
Oh my god, yes. So Sam would have been extra torn between, do I say thank you or do I punch you in the face?
Like, this is really cool, but I also hate you right now.
Right. Oh my gosh, those babies.
My favorite one you'll appreciate.
Yeah.
And it's a running joke. It goes, seasons, and it's Castiel doesn't understand cell phones.
Yes!
And my absolute favorite quote was back when he still had, those dinky little cell phones you had to buy. I mean, you still can, but pretty much everyone had them, like the track phones that were almost out of minutes.
Yep.
Always.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny talking to a messenger of God on a cell phone. It's like watching a Hell's Angel ride a moped. This isn't funny, Dean. The voice says I'm almost out of minutes. I don't understand. Why do you want me to say my name?
That was it was such a pure moment. It's like, am I watching an angel of the Lord try to figure out how humans go about their business, or am I watching a toddler?
I know.
Just a baby in a trench coat.
I think you've offended him.
That was beautiful too.
But have you seen Baby, the episode that's the point of view of the car?
Yes.
That entire side conversation between Castiel and then Sam and Dean, where they're like, stop watching Netflix, walk away from the Netflix. But he keeps hanging up or talking to Dean when Dean's nearly getting killed.
Cass, why are you so beautiful?
But he doesn't understand phones.
He just doesn't get it, man. You know what? He is eons old. He doesn't need to get cell phones. It's okay. Well, no, he can't. Let's not. Oh, God damn it. I'm so bitter. I'm going to be bitter about that for the rest of my fucking life unless they fix it. And they better fix it. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
I'm just going to laugh. Like, I can laugh and be at peace, but I'm just going to say, and you'll appreciate Misha's acting skills.
I mean, I always do. Why am I making myself depressed? I just need to rip off the Band-Aid there, man.
Here's one for you. I can't give you a single character answer for this one. What is the most egregious death in Supernatural? You cannot count Sam, Dean, or Castiel. Ooh, the silence is frightening here.
Yeah. Well, okay. So let's split it a little bit. Because oh, you okay?
Yeah, my chair is really loud.
Oh, it sounded like you were slowly falling off your chair for a
Is
second.
this chair tilting for you too? I'm sorry. I know Karen Kilgariff will never listen to this, but I'm sorry for quoting you right now.
I think she would appreciate it, and then she'd flip her hair and be like, move on. But okay, so if we split it a little bit, I think as much as we don't like him, when John died, that was like, what the fuck did you just do? But then I don't know, I think it's just something about their parental figures dying, because then Bobby dying, like those two really hit me. But then I also have to think, and separately, Rufus, for some reason.
Oh,
I
Rufus.
think it's just that,
Oh.
yeah, that send-off scene with Rufus. I was bawling my fucking eyes out.
I think the thing with me and John Winchester is it was shocking then, and then we spend the next 3 seasons of Dean slowly explaining to Sam how abusive John was.
Right. So that's why I'm saying we gotta split it, because yeah, watching it initially, that just hit me. I was like, oh no, he'll come back and they'll be,
It'll be fine.
hunting.
But
Yeah, they'll be hunting together.
yeah, no, but then we get the next like 3 seasons of Dean gradually as he starts to trust Sam more and more, pulling stuff out.
Yep. And that's when my hate became full and frothy in nature. John Winchester is a great big bag of dicks.
I have a couple of, however, there is one that to me, the death didn't actually further the plot, and that bothered me. I don't like people being fridged anyway. Like, I'm still salty about Meg. I know why she left, though. Like, the actress had actual health issues going on and wanted to go out fighting. That was an actress-specific request, and bless Rachel Miner, she did it beautifully. But Kevin's, it didn't do anything. There was no point.
No, there really wasn't.
There was no point. A character that they spent all of season 8 as a main character, building him up through season 9, and they do it just as a Winchester single tier moment? No.
We needed Kevin. We need Kevin. There was so much more to be done with his character. Yeah, you're right. It was a very wasteful death. It was like another thing to hold over, another guilt trip for the Winchesters, rather than, you're right. I guess I had never thought about it like that.
For me,
God, now I'm extra mad.
For me, it's just one of those where it didn't serve a purpose. It felt like, okay, they need some more man pain. No, they hate themselves enough. Like, just make it a plot.
Yeah.
Let's do a plot line. Let's talk about some plot.
Right.
Is there anything we haven't touched on?
Well, stepping aside from the emotional involvement in the show, when I first watched season 1, when I started it, I binged watched the fuck out of it, partly because I was so excited for the show itself and to see what happens and what new urban legends were coming up, but also because it genuinely scared the shit out of me. I couldn't sleep.
Those first 5 seasons are frightening.
They are. And I laugh about it now, knowing, what's kept me up nowadays is the tension between the characters rather than the actual urban legends and horror. But so it's funny thinking back on it. But back then I was genuinely terrified. I remember there were nights where I would just be like, okay, if I just get up real quick and I turn on my light, I think I'll be able to sleep for the rest of the night.
That Bloody Mary episode, I can't. Every time I rewatch it, I have to go, I'm going to be up for a few hours.
Yep. It was genuinely terrifying in a horror way, and then it became terrifying in an emotional way. So that's how they kept me interested.
Don't you remember when the word Cristo used to work?
God, yes! And then didn't Dean use it as a FBI name?
I honestly don't recall. He has so many FBI names.
That's another running joke that I like, is them using rock star names as their FBI names. Okay.
At one point, let's see, I'm actually going through, there's a list of all of their aliases for all 13 seasons so far. Let's see, FBI agents Taggart and Rosewood, the cops that befriended Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop. Special Agent Smith, no relation. This isn't a Winchester alias, but that kitsune that goes by Amy Pond from Doctor Who.
Yes. Oh my gosh. When I hadn't watched Doctor Who at all, but I was familiar. So when she said that, I looked around to nobody and I was like, did she really? That was funny.
Let's see, FBI Agent Perry, the guitarist from Aerosmith. Sam is Agent Freely, the lead guitarist from Kiss. Well, it's also that like 90% of the episode titles, and they do kind of shift slightly, but they're all song titles.
Mm-hmm.
That's the joke from episode 1. Let's see, Agent Walsh, musician Joe Walsh. Agents Collins and Gabriel, Phil Collins and Peter Gabriel. Agents McVie and Fleetwood.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites. Doctors Strummer and McGowan from the Pogues. Pretty much all of them are either movie or music titles, though Bobby once posed as a journalist obsessed with H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh, yes.
And my favorite alias, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki.
This is fake mine.
This is fake me. This is fake mine. You married Ruby?
I love when Dean looks at Jensen's soap opera videos. Oh my god, that was hilarious. That tickled me pink.
This is probably the longest running joke, but in season 1, episode 4, they pose as Robert Singer.
And then Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby hadn't been introduced yet. He doesn't exist till season 2 or 3.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one that I just ran into. Another episode that I didn't like was that monster movie episode, season 4, episode 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fully skipped that one. Like, even when I watched it the first time, I was like, what the fuck is this? And I skipped it. So I hope there was nothing plot related in there.
No, not really.
Otherwise, it's been several years and I still don't know.
Yeah.
That one I didn't like very much.
You're not missing much, to be honest.
Thank you. We could go on and on and on and on about this stupid fucking show.
We could go on for a while.
Yeah. Okay, Metatron is an asshole.
Fuck Metatron.
Fuck him.
He looks like a fucking Fraggle. I'm sorry. His hair, I just look at him and go, you belong on Fraggle Rock. Why are you here?
For the entire time that we were doing the crossover, and probably before then, you just referred to him as Fraggle Rock rather than Metatron.
I know. I'm sorry. That's something I can't let go.
No, that's okay. I feel it. But that one hurt me because Metatron is a character that I really like in Dogma, Alan Rickman.
Yes, I do.
And then also in this manga that I used to read. And then just in general with my Angel obsession, he was beloved. But then here comes Curtis Armstrong and he plays the squirreliest little rat-faced motherfucker. And I just go, how dare you? I even liked Lucifer. I liked Crowley. And here you come and you just do. Between him and Zachariah, I was like, listen.
I've got something to wrap up our episode on so we don't keep going.
I don't want to wrap up. Okay, go ahead.
I know, but I'm not on a wired connection right now, so.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
But if I disappear. Season 1, episode 12. Sam gives the alias David Berkowitz.
Oh, no, he does not.
Do you recognize that name?
Yes, Son of Sam.
And you remember later in the show, they start making jokes about Sam being obsessed with serial killers.
Didn't they mention Jeffrey Dahmer at one point too?
Yes, they do. But that's a specific one because Dean torments him.
Yeah.
After the Lizzie Borden episode for being obsessed with serial killers, and he has all of these stats memorized.
That's right. Holy shit. Oh, Sam. Okay, you've just endeared him to me. How dare you? How fucking dare you?
I regret nothing.
You shouldn't. You should never regret it.
If I could say that in French correctly, I would. But, for someone who lived in New Orleans, my accent is atrocious.
Oh my gosh, Jimmy. Well, suffice it to say.
We could go on for a while.
Yeah,
but...
we could, but we should probably wrap up.
I hope people still like us.
They probably don't, but that's okay. That's okay. If you've listened this far, bless you. But thank you for listening. Next week, we're going to talk about the Fringe and Supernatural universe that Jimmy created and we went back and forth on for several weeks back in 2015. And we should pick up again because I really enjoyed it.
I'm game.
I really love this stupid fucking show and I'm so emotionally invested in it. And one thing I was going to mention, for like 4 or 5 years now, I've been saying, I wish this fucking show would just end already. I love it, but it needs to go. And yet now, as the actual end approaches, I don't want it to end. It's the end of an era. I don't know how I'm going to live with myself now, especially knowing I wished death upon this show. All good things must come to an end, including this episode.
We'll be there till the end. So thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.